Hi friends, welcome to the video lessons of the Impact IELTS. Um, as you can see, I have written a book and it was declared #1 bestseller on Amazon. If you want to take the benefits of the book, you can click this link, and as you can see, once you click this link, it will take you to the relevant page on Amazon and you can purchase this book from here, right? So let's discuss what we are going to do today in this video. The module that we are going to cover is IELTS General Writing Task 1, and the topic that we are taking here is the types of letters and structures of the writing part. As you know that letters are asked in IELTS General Writing Task 1. So the first, try to understand what are the different types of letters that are asked. Three different types of letters are asked: formal, semi-formal, and informal. Formal letters are the letters which have to be written to someone you have not met, or even if you have met, perhaps you don't know him very well, especially by name or sometimes even by gender. Second is semi-formal letters. Again, this is a kind of official situation. Perhaps you're not very much well aware from someone, so there you will write semi-formal letters. But informal letters is you write to someone whom you know very well, can be a friend, family members. And now you can see some of the question type. So see, these are the type of letters, and then question type can different. So if you're requesting information from a company, if you are applying for a job, if you're complaining to a bank or a store, airline, product, service, or you're making a recommendation or suggestion to someone whom you don't know, this comes under the fold of formal letters. Semi-formal letter, complaining to a landlord. Now you can see you're known to landlord, but you don't talk to him so much perhaps. So there comes under semi-formal. Explaining to a neighbor, asking a professor for permission. So it can come under even formal writing. So there is a very thin difference between semi-formal and formal. The only difference I would say is you know the person a bit well in semi-formal letter, but still the situation is a bit formal. There we say semi-formal. Informal is straightforward and clear. If you know someone very well, so inviting someone you know well, thanking friends, apologizing, and asking for advice. I hope it will help you. In the video course, I will explain everything in detail so that you can understand the type of letters and the question type properly. Let's try to understand the structure of a letter, that how will you structure your letter part when you have a letter, and I'll tell you after this what kind of questions are asked. But try to understand the structure. You will start with greeting or salutation, and I'll give you the example of that. And then you will write the purpose of writing the letter. Perhaps in the video lessons I'll discuss all those things in details. Describing the bullet point 1. If you're not aware of the bullet point, in next slides I'll give you the idea of the bullet points. Bullet point 2, bullet point 3, and as you can see, I have tried my best to give equal space to each 3 bullet points. Then you will write the closing line, or perhaps next course of action after this letter, and ultimately you end up with a sign off. Now let's try to see an example. Your question begins like this. So this is the first part of the question. Writing task 1, you should spend about 20 minutes on this task. And then this is the question, you can see, and each question has the topic and 3 bullet points. These are known as the bullet points, and the question ends with this kind of instruction. So you do not need to, and you need to follow these instructions. These are very important. Although this 20 minutes he's saying you should spend, so it is up to you. Although it is recommended by most of the experts, you should spend about 20 minutes time on this task, right? Begin your letter as follows, and this is vital. If the clear instruction is there in your letter, that begin your letter as follows, don't make any change, just write it as it is given, right? I hope now you have understood what exactly is the question. Let me give you an example of the structure that I have discussed with you, and let me tell you that whatever will be taught in the entire video lessons, everything will be supported and backed up by examples, so that you can clearly understand that how to exactly execute all these instructions in practical writing. So let's see example number one. This way you will write the greeting. As you have seen, the instruction was to begin your letter like this. So exactly I have begun it like this. Then this is purpose of writing the letter. This is your bullet point 1, this is bullet point 2, this is bullet point 3. I'm not going to go into the details because my focus here is to understand the structure part of the letters. In other videos I'll explain and elaborate everything in details. And this is the closing lines, or perhaps next course of action. And finally, this is the sign up. And this was a formal type of letters, because this was written to someone you don't know well. And take another example, which is a semi-formal type of letters. Again, instructions begin like this. This is the question. Again, you can see you have to write a letter to your neighbors. That simply means it's a semi-formal letters. And this is the instruction. See, what's the difference here is, here they are not they have not written the complete dear dash dash dash, simply dear and the dash part. That means here you have to fill it yourself. It's a semi-formal letter, right? And then again, perhaps I'll discuss it when I discuss how to greet and how to sign off. If you subscribe to the video, perhaps you will know the details of all those parts. Let's see this example again. Here the name has been used, dear Rajat and Sarah. Perhaps people are known by name to the people, so you can use your name in semi-formal letters because you know the person and the gender. This is the purpose of writing. First bullet point, second bullet point, and you can see I've tried my best to give almost equal spaces. There is no hard and fast rule for that. You should try to do that. And there is the closing line, and finally there is the sign up. I hope you have been able to understand the structure part, and also the type of questions and the type of letters, right? Now, if you're planning, and you must subscribe to the course to know the details, I'll give you an idea that what exactly is going to be covered in this entire video lessons. I will start with some basic information, of course, that you need to know before you begin anything. Then we'll discuss what is the criteria of evaluation. That means how will you get the band scale by the examiner. Then how to respond to those criteria of evaluation, because it's all about getting a higher band scale. So you begin with this one. And then different types of letters. Perhaps I have tried to give an idea of that. And then different types of question, but there you will understand it in details with a lot of examples. Structures of letter with example. Perhaps you got an idea of this right now. Then the most important part, the steps involved while responding to any type of letters. And let me tell you, you will get the examples so that you can understand it well. So let's try to understand the steps. First, how to plan, again with examples. As you can see, writing the greetings, again example. Then how to write the purpose of letter, responding to the 3 bullet points, writing the closing lines, writing the sign off. So you can see here, for every part of the letters, It will be discussed in details and a lot of examples will be given to support you. And finally, how to revise the task. That's important to rectify your grammatical or otherwise spelling, etc. kind of mistake. And finally, word count tricks and time allocation, because you can't exceed the time limit anyway. Task 2 is much more important than task 1. And then some additional source, so using appropriate tone and list of cohesive devices. And finally, how to improve the grammar part here and the vocabulary section involved in this particular task. In the end, I'll also give you the tip that how to prepare effectively for this IELTS General Writing Task 1, and what can be the additional resources which can be used for better preparation for you, right? Now, if you want to subscribe to our video lessons, please click the video lessons on www.theimpactielts.com. But now there is a huge announcement for you, and try to get the full benefit of this. And this is, if you want a discount of about 50%, please write a mail to the IELTS gmail.com. As you can see, it's mentioned here. 50% is a huge discount, let me tell you. What you have to do, you just have to mention that you have watched the sample video and you want to purchase these video lessons in next 24 hours. We will soon send you a payment link with 50% discount offer. So go and grab this opportunity in next 24 hours. And if you want to know the details of our courses, please click www.theimpactielts.com. Right? So thank you very much for watching this video. See you very soon in my video lessons. Bye for now.